The Eldar Craftworlds are the heart and soul of the Eldar race, each a floating city ship that houses a society dedicated to preserving their ancient culture and ensuring the survival of their people. We'll delve deep into the history, unique traits, and battle strategies of every Eldar Craftworld, from the war-hardened Biel-Tan to the mysterious and exile-ridden Ulthwé. Each Craftworld represents a different facet of Eldar philosophy and culture, from advanced technology and psychic mastery to martial prowess and mysticism. Join us as we explore the powerful forces that make up the Eldar's last hope for survival in the galaxy. Today, we will talk about every single Eldar Craftworld explained. So, before we start, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. 1. Ulthwé. The Seers of Ulthwé. Ulthwé is one of the most influential and iconic Eldar Craftworlds, known for its deep connection to the warp and the sheer number of farseers that reside within it. The Craftworld itself was originally located on a distant planet, but was destroyed during the fall of the Eldar. Since then, it has been wandering the galaxy, its inhabitants seeking ways to repair the damage done to their race. The Ulthwé Eldar are often seen as the most psychic of all the Craftworlds, with their farseers being among the most powerful in all of Eldar society. They are experts in divining the future, constantly battling to stay ahead of fate. The Ulthwé Craftworld plays an essential role in the struggle against chaos, as they are aware of the ongoing threat of Slaanesh and the Chaos Gods. Their actions often center on manipulating the strands of destiny to prevent catastrophic events for the Eldar and the galaxy as a whole. Eldrad Ulthran, one of their most notable farseers, has played a pivotal role in major galactic events, including the prevention of disastrous outcomes in the Warhammer 40k timeline. 2. Iyanden. The Dead of Iyanden. Once a thriving Eldar Craftworld, Iyanden was devastated by a massive invasion of the Tyranids during the Battle of Iyanden. Despite the destruction, the Eldar of Iyanden endured by transforming their fallen warriors into Wraithguard, Wraithblades, and Wraithlords, constructs made of Wraithbone. These ancient, ghostly warriors retain the spirits of the dead Eldar and are used in battle, enabling the Craftworld to fight on despite the loss of many of its citizens. The survivors of the battle with the Tyranids now rely heavily on the Wraith constructs to fight their wars. The Iyanden Eldar have developed a deep reverence for the dead, seeing them as essential to their survival. The Prince Uriel, one of the most notable leaders of Iyanden, was a key figure in the defense against the Tyranids, wielding the Eye of Warding relic to prevent further destruction. 3. Eldar. The Masters of the Path of the Ranger. The Eldar Craftworld is famous for its masters of stealth and skilled rangers, who have made a name for themselves as elite scouts and infiltrators. The Eldar Eldar focus on ambush tactics and guerrilla warfare, using their superior mobility and stealth to harry the enemy from afar. Their ability to blend into their surroundings makes them incredibly dangerous adversaries in forested or urban environments. The Eldar Craftworld was once a prosperous world, but fell victim to the Tyranid Hive Fleet Kraken. In response, they have since abandoned traditional battlefield tactics, relying heavily on hit-and-run strategies, including the use of rangers and pathfinders to scout, mark targets, and cause disarray among enemy lines. Their warhosts are often supported by swooping hawks and shining spears, who harry their enemies before the main force strikes. 4. Saim-Hann. The Wild Riders of Saim-Hann. The Saim-Hann Craftworld is known for its speed and aggression. The Saim-Hann Eldar are notorious for their reliance on fast-moving vehicles and highly mobile infantry, making them one of the most agile and aggressive Craftworlds in the galaxy. Their forces rely heavily on jet bikes, vipers, and shining spears, a type of cavalry that can charge into battle with great speed and force. The Saim-Hann Eldar have a deeply ingrained warrior culture that values independence and personal glory. Their battle tactics favor rapid strikes and overwhelming force, often utilizing blitzkrieg tactics. Autarch Baharath, a legendary figure from the Craftworld, is renowned for his mastery of swooping hawks and his ability to launch devastating aerial attacks on enemies. 5. Biel-Tan, the Swordwind of Biel-Tan. The Biel-Tan Craftworld is a beacon of martial tradition and unwavering determination within the Eldar race. Known as the Swordwind, the Craftworld's entire culture is built around the idea of returning the Eldar to their former glory by reclaiming the galaxy for their people. The Biel-Tan Eldar believe that the downfall of the Eldar Empire was not a result of their race's inherent flaws, but rather a series of unfortunate events that they can reverse through unity, military might, and strategic prowess. Their homeworld, Biel-Tan, was once a lush, vibrant planet filled with rich forests and the strong spiritual energies of the Eldar people. However, like many other Craftworlds, Biel-Tan was destroyed during the fall of the Eldar Empire and the birth of the Chaos god Slaanesh. Despite the devastation, the Biel-Tan Craftworld remains one of the most militarily powerful and disciplined forces in the galaxy, deeply committed to the re-establishment of the Eldar Empire and the defeat of those who threaten their survival. At the heart of Biel-Tan's military prowess lies a deep respect for Eldar warriors and the path of the warrior. This philosophy sees the Eldar's destiny not as artists or mystics, but as warriors of incredible skill and valor. The Biel-Tan Eldar adhere to the belief that their race's future lies in rebuilding the martial traditions of their ancestors, as they view themselves as the rightful rulers of the galaxy. This belief is embodied by the Aspect Warriors, who undergo rigorous training in their respective paths to become the ultimate embodiments of battle. For Biel-Tan, these warriors are not just soldiers, but the vanguard of a future Eldar Empire. Among the most famous of these Aspect Warriors are the Howling Banshees, Dire Avengers, and Striking Scorpions. The Howling Banshees are swift and deadly in close combat, their wailing banshee masks inspiring terror in the hearts of their enemies, while their power swords cleave through armor and flesh alike. The Dire Avengers, known for their tactical precision and disciplined fire, are often the first to engage the enemy, providing a solid base from which the rest of the Biel-Tan forces can strike. Striking Scorpions, meanwhile, excel in close-quarters combat, emerging from concealment to deliver devastating blows before retreating into the shadows, a perfect example of Biel-Tan's ability to strike with overwhelming force. The Biel-Tan Craftworld's military structure revolves around the Autarchs, supreme military commanders who lead the forces of the Craftworld into battle. These Autarchs. 6. Craftworld Imlock, the masters of technology and innovation. The Imlock Craftworld stands as one of the greatest testaments to the Eldar's genius in craftsmanship and technology. Situated in the ancient days of the Eldar Empire, Imlock was not just a center of military power, but also a cultural and scientific hub that pushed the boundaries of innovation. However, like many of the ancient Eldar Craftworlds, Imlock met a tragic fate. Its homeworld was destroyed by the horrific forces of Slaanesh, though its legacy endures in the Craftworld itself. What sets Imlock apart from other Eldar Craftworlds is its focus on the fusion of technology and spirituality. While many other Craftworlds place significant emphasis on psychic abilities, Imlock places an equal amount of reverence on technological innovation. The Imlock Eldar have perfected the use of wraithbone, a material that is both psychic and physical in nature. Their mastery of wraithbone construction has allowed them to create powerful mechanized warriors, such as Wraithguard, Wraithlords, and Wraith Knights. These creations are not merely machines, but are imbued with the souls of the departed, granting them both formidable physical strength and a deep spiritual connection to the Eldar ancestors. In the absence of the Great Warlock, the Eldar Farseer Loken has often been a guiding force, known for his ability to bridge the gap between the high-tech genius of Imlock and the ethereal realm of the Wraithbone. His foresight has saved the Craftworld from annihilation on multiple occasions, helping to guide the Craftworld through countless trials that would have shattered lesser forces. His deep understanding of technology and the warp has made him an indispensable figure in Imlock's leadership. As for Prince Imlock, the once ruler of the Craftworld. He is a figure steeped in mystery and tragedy. Legends say that he sacrificed his mortal form in an attempt to save his people from the predations of Slaanesh, ascending to a higher state of being. His legacy continues to inspire the Limelok Eldar, who view him as a paragon of their dual devotion to both the machine and the spirit. 7. Altansar, the Lost Craftworld. The tragedy of Altansar Craftworld is one of the most profound tales in Eldar history. Once a powerful and prosperous craftworld, it was lost when a dark event led it to be cast out into the void, far from its home and from its allies in the other Eldar Craftworlds. This exile was not simply a physical displacement, but one that severed the Altansar Eldar from the very heart of Eldar society and its unifying forces. The reason for their banishment remains shrouded in mystery, but it is believed that their connection to the Eye of Terror and the Warp played a significant role in their downfall. Some say that they sought forbidden knowledge. Others believe their craftworld became trapped in a psychic storm, causing their temporary exile. The Altansar Eldar now wander the galaxy in their craftworld, traveling through the shadows of space and often crossing paths with other factions. They are survivors, hardened by their isolation and marked by their contact with the Warp. Over time, their Farseers have developed unique psychic abilities that are deeply tied to their banishment. Warp Spiders, their primary aspect warriors, are emblematic of their skill in manipulating the Warp to move across the battlefield in unpredictable ways, using Warp jump generators to phase in and out of real space, striking at their foes with terrifying speed. However, the Altansar are not just defined by their tragic history. They are also a symbol of the Eldar's resilience. Their deep connection to the Warp makes them exceptional at manipulating its energies, and they have cultivated a more profound understanding of psychic powers than many other craftworlds. This allows them to tap into sorceries that are feared by both the Imperium and Chaos forces alike. Though often isolated, Altansar plays a significant role in shaping the fate of the Eldar race, using their unique psychic talents to bolster their defense and to seek knowledge that could help their people reclaim lost glory. Farseer Eldrad Ulthran, one of the most famous and powerful figures in Eldar history, originally hails from Altansar. He is known for his extraordinary psychic power and foresight, which helped to shape key events in the galaxy. His rise to prominence is closely tied to the legacy of Altansar. It was his actions and knowledge that cemented his place as one of the greatest Eldar to ever live. He is often called upon by the various craftworlds, especially in moments of great peril, due to his ability to foresee future events and provide counsel. However, his ties to Altansar remain strong, and he is often seen as a symbol of hope for the exiled craftworld. If you like this video and would like to see more like it, please give it the thumbs up, leave a comment, and click the button to subscribe.